take it all the way from the beginning? Alright.
Yo, what's up everybody, it's your boy True, back again shooting the closet. It's been years, it's been a very long time. I forgot to check how many years. I'll probably have to look it up and then just add that into the video and stuff like that. But it's 2022, man. The sneaker game is popping, and we definitely wanted to bring the closet back to y'all, to all the fans, all the people that's been waiting, for everybody that's been like, man, when y'all bring it back. I guess it's safe to say we are officially back. And we're going to do it a little different this time, have a lot of different special guests and stuff like that. So for the very first episode, got a very special guest because the topics we're going to be talking about will be very different and very interesting. I'll go ahead and let him introduce himself.
JG, man, I've been knowing True a long time, good people. As far as I go, been collecting shoes since I was young, man. I mean, been a collector, been in it, love everything about it. I mean, I take the good with the bad, and we gonna get into all that, but I like the ups and the downs with the sneaker game, the collabs, everything. I mean, I'm here for all that. So, power seller on eBay, like I said, been collecting, do music, in the real estate, family guy, just out here grinding, man. Chase your dreams, just a dream chaser. So when somebody like True called me up, bro, I got to come see what's up, man, because we kind of on the same thing. He been chasing his dream a long time, so if I can help, I'm gonna be here. So let's get it poppin'.
Man, definitely appreciate the love. Definitely appreciate you being able to make this. I know you have a busy schedule. We all grown. We all got a lot going on. So I definitely appreciate you, making that time out to show love and shoot. So you say you've been collecting for a while. I would say, do you consider yourself a sneakerhead or a sneaker collector? Is there a difference in your mind? Or?
Man, it's all them subjects touchy. I guess I'll go with the sneakerhead term. I mean, I don't think it's a difference. It's just kind of what you rather call yourself. I mean, a sneakerhead, sneaker collector, whatever, a hype beast. I mean, all that in the end of the day fall into you love sneakers.
Right.
So we all here for the same thing. We love sneakers. Now, what you call yourself, that's kind of on you. I guess you could say I'm a sneakerhead. Sometimes I'll be like I'm a retired sneakerhead, but you never retired if you're a true sneaker fan. Like, it's always gonna be something that gets your blood boiling. You're gonna jump back in it. So I mean, I ain't big on the terms, but sneakerhead, collector, I'm with all that.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. So, was there a moment when you did retire, or you never really retired? It just you I think everybody who into it, you spend a lot of money and you be like, man, I need to refocus what I'm doing and all that. But like I said, if it's something you love, man, you ain't never out. It's like, so I mean, I didn't slow down in certain parts. Right.
And some years I'm going hard.
Right.
And, then your life, come into account. Some years you do better financially than other years. So it's just a lot of factors. But yeah, I have slowed down, but I ain't never stopped. This train gonna keep moving.
So, out of your entire sneaker career, you would say you're at your height now, or back then? Was there a year where you was more into it than you are now? Would you say right now you like full-fledged into it?
I think right now I'm into it probably more than I ever been. That's the crazy part. Yeah, because I always be like I'm gonna fall back, but I think I'm into it more now because I'm more into the reselling, and I'm more into the other avenues of the sneaker culture that been took off lately.
Right.
I've been doing it, but I've been on eBay, been doing all that, but before StockX, before GOAT, all this stuff, I've been out here in the streets popping the trunk, selling shoes. So it's like the technology has caught up with the sneaker world now. So yeah, I'm in depth more now than I ever been based on all them factors.
Right.
Money making and all that. So I love the culture. I still do all that, but I'm making a ton of money now doing it now versus crumbs because it wasn't no avenues. It was hard to get out here with it.
Right.
Now you put your stuff on StockX and go to sleep, wake up, you done sold 10 pairs of shoes. It's like it's so easy now. You making money. That's right. So I'm in deep right now. I'm gonna say now more than I ever been. So I'm more focused now. Yeah.
So I guess to touch on that right quick, because you've been doing it for a long time, like you say, when it was just eBay, and now before EJ started, before they started verifying shoes and stuff, you had to like roll the dice and look at the pictures, hope that they post the receipt and stuff.
Exactly.
With all the avenues they have to sell and buy sneakers now, do you have a favorite, or do you have one that you feel is best based off of your personal experience and how you do things?
I never had no trouble with none of them. So I don't use gold a lot, so I can't. I'm not gonna bash them. I'm more on StockX and eBay, and personal. People who know me know all my stuff legit. I didn't deal with people for years, so they know I'm not gonna sell them a product that's not legit. So, I'm more face to face, personal. If you really in my inner circle, if not. I like eBay because they don't have fees right now and all that, but all that's gonna change. So it's kind of hard to say, but I mean, StockX I have no trouble with, and eBay I never had no trouble with.
So you say, I know face to face. You said on your story, I seen you post this at least twice, that you're only buying collections from people. You're not buying like one or two sneakers. Hit you up if you want to buy, if you want to sell your collection. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
I mean, at the point I am in the game, I'm buying collections. Like people be calling me like, man, I got a pair of Travis Scotts or whatever, but it's like I ain't wasting my time on one shoe. I'm buying collections. So I'm like a whale. Like I'm coming in like, that's how I feel. It's like, man, how much you want for everything? Like I'm not finna pick and choose. And then you get over there and people waste your time and be like, man, I really like this shoe. And I get all that, but if you calling me over to sell your stuff, let's make a deal. Like, I understand you cherish it. I got shoes I cherish, but what we talking? Like, so when people be like, I got one shoe, usually that's suspect. It's probably fake. And it's just I done ran into a lot of that stuff, and people want to do a quick one-on deal. Usually you're gonna get the short end, so I'm into buying collections. I can make more money, I can flip it quicker. So the collections is the way to go to me if you got that kind of money. Now, people who watching this who might be like, man, I ain't got no money to buy a whole collection. I started out buying one sneaker at a time. I started out going to the Nike outlet buying, getting in good with the people in the outlet, and they let me know when the drops come in and using their discount and getting in good, flipping them and doing all that, putting them on ice for 6 months, letting the stock go. So I mean, you got to start where you start. But I'm at the point now. I need a collection. Like if you're doing one or two sneakers, it's like I'm good.
So you really grinded and put in that work of going to outlets and stores, buying shoes, sitting on it. Because I know it's hard for a lot of people to sit on shoes and stuff like that. So how were you able to just have that discipline, just to sit on the shoe and just hold on to it and wait until the time was right?
Man, I don't know. I always knew the culture because I do music and stuff. So I always had a heartbeat in the culture of sneakers. All that go hand in hand. Music, sneakers, hip hop. All that's kind of one bubble, so you kind of know the heartbeat of what's going on. You know what's got slept on, you know what didn't. So, like as far as outlet talk, you go to outlet, certain shoes, it might have been another collab that released bigger that week. So people slept on this, but that's a heater. Yeah. So it's like you got to know to go ahead and buy all them plus sizes, and now you got women into the sneaker game. Yeah. So now you got to get all the small, so it's just, it's crazy. So you just got to kind of know the trend and know all that. And if you getting it for the right price, you're not gonna lose no money any way it goes, no matter what. Because if you getting it for cheap, you're gonna at least get your money back. So you gotta always look at it like that. And I always had enough money to where I could throw stuff to the side and ice it for 6 months, even a year, 2 years, and just let that sit and keep growing, and just kept flipping. So you just gotta know the culture. It's like with anything else you're doing. If you gonna invest money, you gotta know what you're doing. Right. And the sneaker game ain't no different. Like you gotta know what's high because you'll buy a lot of stock and it tank. Yeah. And I've done that before. I mean, I ain't perfect. I done bought a whole lot of stuff that tanked on me, but you either sit on it and hope it recover, or you chalk your losses and up something else and get your money back. Right. So it's just that's just the game with that.
Yeah, I mean, all entrepreneurs have stories when they took losses and before they became successful. So that's definitely all a part of it. Is there? So you also said on your stories be so funny and interesting to me on Instagram, because you got the little guy with the ship saying
lostnpurgatory. Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely.
For who all don't know. So yeah.
But But you said no shoe is safe around you and anything can go as long as
Anything can go, man. No
so there's nothing that you like, yo, these is like, they got a sentimental value or a story, these can't go.
I look at it like this here. Every sneaker got a story.
Right.
But
yeah,
everything got a price too.
Right.
So, I mean, I cherish my shoes, and it's a lot of shoes that I'll be like, I'm gonna never let go. But if you come with the right bag, it's gone. Like, I mean, I'm not to that point where I'm just, I mean, I know some collectors, they buy just on the hype,
right,
and let it sit and collect dust. I'll be like, dude, you ain't gonna never wear them, man. But I just like looking at them. It's a work of art. Bro, they meant to wear. That's another thing with me. I wear my sneakers. Sneakers are meant to wear.
Right.
If you put them on your mantelpiece, I'm not knocking you, that's your business, but I'm wearing mine because they're deteriorating every day.
Right.
I'm gonna get the wear out of them and then I'm gonna flip them and get my money back. So if you buy the right sneakers, back onto that, if you buy the right sneakers, the right height, you can wear them for free.
Yeah.
And when you sell them, you're gonna either make a profit or get your money back. So it's like you ain't even pay for them. You just on to the next. But if you cherishing them, that's when your pockets start getting hit because you like, I don't want to get rid of these, but I want these. You can't have everything, man. You got to pick and choose how you gonna move, and to each his own. But that's how I move. So I always say no sneaker safe. So you can walk up on me and I can have on some fresh, whatever dunks, whatever. And if you come at the right price, I'm going home barefoot. Like ain't nothing safe. So it's a tennis shoe, bro. I mean, it is what it is.
So you mentioned hype and hype beats and stuff. I know one of the questions that I wanted to ask you was that, you know, do you feel hype beats help or hurt the sneaker game? Because a lot of people give hype beats a negative, you know, persona and stuff like that, and they feel that they hurt the sneaker game. What's your thoughts on hype beats?
I feel like hype beats help the sneaker game.
So you feel it helps?
And the reason I say that is because hype beats is like a human commercial. So when you look at it from a business point of view, hype beats making you money. So you mad at people that's putting money in your pocket. So you look at it from this point of view. You got a dude on there hyping up a sneaker a year before it dropped.
Right.
So if you luckily get your hands on it, they didn't hype it up to the point where you might potentially make $500,000 on this sneaker. The people that's mad is the people who didn't get the sneaker.
Right.
So them the people saying, man, hype beats destroying it. Hype beats is a commercial, dog. You see Coca-Cola and Pepsi commercials every day. So when you go in the store, your mind on Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Right. You forget about Fanta, but it's like that's what a hype beast's job is to do. He's a walking commercial. He promoting this. He telling you the next trend. You know, Nike might get him shoes or whatever might get him shoes to hype him up, and we're the product. That's the part you got to realize. You're the product, not the sneaker. So the hype beasts are hyping up a product, but in the end of the day, the company's looking at you. You the product. So they just hyping it up. So it's up to you to pick and choose what you want and all that. But as a reseller, I got stuff in my closet that wasn't worth nothing. And the hype beast came and was like, man, this what got me started with sneakers. This was my ultimate whatever. And it'd be an old Deion Sanders turf.
Right.
And it's like, really? I look back up, my sneaker that went from 150 U's to 500. So you got to take the good with the bad. So the bad is if you don't win the raffle, if you don't win this here, then man, hype beast killing the game, man. Travis Scott, $2,000. But what if you got lucky and got the Travis Scott? Right. Or what if you spent $2,000 on the Travis Scott, wore it 2-3 years and sold it for $1,500? That means you ain't paid for $5 to lease it for 2 years. It's like you got to look at the game how it is. You got to roll with it. So I don't think hype beast killing the game. To me, bots and bad raffles killing the game. That's what's killing the game. So you could blame a hype beast, but hype beast is not the blame. The blame is when you up at 9 o'clock waiting on that sneaker app and it say it's over before it starts. Right. It's when them bots on there killing you and then you go see a hype beast or whatever you want to call him and he got 100 pair of shoes you wish you had. Yeah. That ain't his fault, dog. Like they got to do something better to correct that. So people who been in the game like me, you know, and True, and you know, people who really been in it, bro, when we take them L's, that hurt. Yeah. So that's what's killing the game to me, and fakes. You know, everybody supporting fakes, you killing the game. It's not the hype beast, it's you. So you ain't get the Travis Scott, it's $2,000, so you spend 100 on a fake, you killing the game. Yeah. In my opinion. That's just me speaking, because I'm on the side of selling money, flipping shoes, doing everything. So, I mean, in my own world, I might be a hype beast. Like, you never gonna say yourself a hype beast, but I walk around with the latest, greatest all the time. So
you have the latest and greatest.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I don't go by title, so
but
it is what it is. But hype beast also, give themselves stock.
Right.
So for a young dude who just get in the game, look at it like this: if a hype beast, or not even a hype beast, if you spend $2,000 on a shoe, that's a lot of money. But what come with that shoe is when you post on Instagram, you're gonna get more followers because people are like, damn, I ain't got that shoe, and you're gonna get more followers, you're gonna get more interest. In the long run, if you keep doing that, it's a snowball.
Right.
That's gonna draw more audience, more this, more that, because now you got stuff people can't get, which could lead to money in your pockets, free sneakers later, being on the show with True. Like, I mean, let's just keep it real. But if you buying GR releases and you mad at the hype beast, but you spending 150 here, 150 there, them shoes ain't gonna get you no followers or nothing because it's just a general release. And I'm not knocking general releases because I like all shoes, but from a business point of view, sometimes it's better to spend a little more money, bro, if you in it for the long haul.
Right.
I know I over elaborate.
Nah, you did great, man. You definitely, I was like, man.
That's my take on hype beast. So I salute all the hype beasts out there chasing their dreams, doing something. I mean, it's a title, dog. If you got a little money and you want to be a hype beast, become a hype beast.
Right.
Like, what you like is what you like. If you like Puma, go buy all the Pumas. Be a hype beast on Puma.
Right.
If you like, you don't have to have the latest, greatest $1,000 worth of sneaker just because people say that this is the trend. Make your own trend. Go buy Vans. Make your own lane.
Yeah.
And become the hype beast in that lane. And now you're going to generate all that audience, and that's going to equal free shoes, promotion. The sky the limit. So don't get mad, get in the game.
Straight. I like that one. That might be the name of the title of this.
Get mad, get in the game, bro.
So I guess going back to what you said about the way that they do the raffles and stuff, at what point in time did you feel like the system was working as far as getting shoes? Or if you could change it, what would you change? Because we did the lines and then they did the tickets. Now everything, like even some stores like Foot Locker and stuff, be like, nah, you can't buy them in the store, you gotta get them online. And a manager just tell me like, so if you win the raffle for Foot Locker and you don't pick it up, they can't put the shoe out and says, oh, we got size 11 in there. They have to go ahead on and hold them and they have to re-raffle them off. So I mean, like a lot of stuff is just crazy and changing. So what would you feel like would be a fair, good way to do it?
It's just hard, man. Technology make it hard because people gonna cheat.
Right.
Then before the technology, you used to wait in line 2-3 days for the 11. Tear all the doors down to get in there, only for them to tell you we sold out. And the store line and got £100 in the back that they selling out the back door for triple the price.
Right.
So the resale game has been going on forever.
Right.
Now, how can they make it better? You have a loyalty program. If you buy so many shoes through Nike, you ought to have a free ticket to get a Travis Scott or get a Off-White without even worrying about it. Like you ought to know you guarantee. I don't know. It's crazy, bro, because it's too many back doors and too many. It's a lot of loopholes in it. So
I know they said that with the trophy room ones that he backdoored.
You see what I'm saying?
So I know there's a big article about it and stuff like that.
It's crazy. Then you wait in line, you get in the store, we sold out. Then you hear later, all the employees sold it to their family and stuff. So it ain't nothing new. Like it's been going on. It's hard to prevent, bro. How can you stop it? I say some kind of loyalty program. I mean, I really don't know. It's too hard because it's the whole system based on honesty. So all it takes is one dishonest person and it crashed down. So it's tough. It's tough.
So do you still do like sneaker raffles and stuff, or do you just buy everything resale? Or do you still like?
I do it.
You still shoot your shot and try to
shoot my shot, bro. I'm out there and I take the L's just like y'all. I'm gonna throw that L up for you. We take the L's together. And at the end of the day, I done made good connections. So luckily, when I take a L, I can make a few calls and be like, man, what you could do for me?
Right.
And I might get a better price, but yeah, I mean, resale here to stay. There's nothing they gonna do about that. It's here to stay. They make limited quantity of shoes. They can make enough for everybody. They're not gonna do it because they keep the hype up. So with that being said, the system is designed for you to lose. In my opinion, it's kind of like it's meant for that. It's meant for you to want them. It's meant for you to crave for them. And then it's like that keep the hype beast, that keep it going. So, I mean, how to improve it, it's tough, bro. I don't know.
So you mentioned resellers a couple of times. One of the other questions I asked was, how do you feel that sneaker reselling is affecting the game? Is that a positive thing, a negative thing? Is just a part of it? It is when it is.
I think it's been around since the beginning. I mean, I've been reselling before it was a reseller, before that coin was even invented, just like bootleggers. I mean, 15 years ago, you passed by Circle K and you got all the Jordan 11 sitting on the table. I'm talking about the Nick colors and all kind of stuff that you know ain't come out.
Right,
so,
right.
Man, it's so much. It's $1 billion industry. So I mean, reselling here to stay. There's nothing you're gonna do about it, from sneakers to hats to apparel to Supreme to all these hype, names.
Right.
I don't think it hurt the game. Like I say, you got to learn it and get in it.
Right.
So if
like
you're on the outside looking in, it's like the stock market, bro. So if you're on the outside looking in, you're gonna always feel played about it. But if you get in the game, you see, damn, it ain't that bad.
Right.
Or, man, I got 3 pair general releases I ain't wearing. Let me go and flip them and then take them 3 and get one good shoe, a Travis Scott or something that I could, potentially wear and flip later, or it's gonna build value. It's like, you gotta get in the game. Some people are sitting at home mad with 100 pair of general releases in their closet and not wearing them. Man, sell them shoes. Sell 100 pair. Narrow your stock down to 15 grails or whatever term you want to put on them. Now you got investments.
Right.
So now you got blue chip stocks when it comes to sneakers. So you wear them, and then when it's over, you get off them and get all your money back. But a general release never gonna make you nothing. So people be like, man, I never spent $2,000 on a sneaker. But then you the same dude every week buying a Jordan 1 just because it's a Jordan 1. Yeah. That ain't gonna make you nothing.
Right.
I'd rather be the dude that buys 6 or 7 pair of shoes a year if it's resale or not, even if it's a premium, but I got something that I can sell later and make money.
Right.
Than for me to have 30 pair of shoes that nobody really care about. So just keep all that in mind, in my opinion, when you're moving in the game, and I think you'll come out good on the other end.
So one thing you just said was that they would never make enough pairs for everybody because that keeps the hype up. Do you feel that they should, or you think it is like there should always be a limit? Because let's say for certain example, Air Forces, they always seem every now and then there's a shortage, but Air Forces are always being replenished. They're always being made. You know what I'm saying? You always. At one point it was a seasonal thing. Like you could only get blacks at one time and get whites, and now they make them year round. So Air Forces is more of a shoe. If you're in the Reebok Classics, the classic Reebok. I'm a fan of those. They always make them. There's enough for everybody. You can almost walk in the store just about any time and grab them. Right. Do you feel it should be like that with all shoes, or just okay? Nah.
I think it should just be like it is. I mean, I like the hype, bro. I live for the hype. I like all that. So I'm biased in that fact. So no, I mean,
right.
If I want to go get some Air Forces, I should be able to walk in the store and get them because it's just an Air Force. If I want to go get some shell toes, it's like, you should make 10 million of them. Like, but, another person shouldn't just be able to go in the store and get chunky dunks. Like, I like the hype. So, like I say, I'm biased in that fact, but, I've been in the game so long to where the original silhouettes does nothing for me no more. So, I like the hype. I'm just be honest. So I take my L's, dog. Like I said, I take my L's. I ain't trying to act like I'm better than nobody. I take my L's and all that. But if it's something I really want, I'm gonna go get it. Like I'm gonna figure out how to make the money. I'm gonna flip these shoes with the ones sitting that's dusty. I'm gonna get rid of them. Right. Do what I gotta do to get them because I like the hype. So should they make enough? No. Yeezy, he do the 350s. He didn't release the zebra so many times. It's like, I open my door and see zebras running down my street. So, and he done burned me 1 million times on resale. I done had a stock of zebras that he re-released. Now I gotta wait 2 more years.
Right.
So, what? And I respect all that, but to each his own.
So you just gave us 2 big names. You talked about Travis Scott. You talked about Yeezy. We can even throw Drake in the mix and stuff. Who do you feel has the biggest influence or the hottest person when it comes down to sneakers?
Ooh, that's tough. Yeezy.
Hands down. Hands down. So over Drake, over Travis Scott.
You got to look at it like this here. Drake and Travis Scott got some fire. I got all this stuff. They fire.
Right.
But they still using Jordan silhouettes. Yeezy came with his own silhouette. And he left Nike and still got probably the best shoe ever made in people's opinion with the Red October. So I gotta go with Yeezy, bro. Like Yeezy pushing the envelope. He making a lot of crazy stuff that some people like, some people don't. But it's his shoe. It's Yeezy brand. I'm gonna say Yeezy. Yeezy the biggest sneaker influence in the last 10 years, in my opinion. Virgil came. Rest in peace, Virgil, and he did his thing with the deconstruction and all that. But it was still the original silhouette. Yeezy came and made whole new silhouettes. I gotta go with Yeezy. I'm gonna say Yeezy.
Easy. Can't argue with that. So we're gonna take a quick break right quick, and we'll come back, and then we're gonna shift gears into something a little bit different. Back with JG, man. So we're gonna shift gears a little bit because this is a category that I feel not a lot of people are in, and I feel like you are in this category, and I can really, talk about this with you, and that's designer shoes.
Right.
I know you have Gucci's and a lot of different other, high-end designer shoes and stuff, as well as with sneakers. Right. Some people do one or the other, but you seamlessly do both.
I like everything. I'm a true sneakerhead, true collector, whatever you want to call it. I'm not biased. I like high end, low end. I like everything. You might see me with some Pumas on one day, OG Pumas. Then you might see me with some Fear of Gods on the next day. Then I might show up at your wedding with some Gucci's or some Louis V slides. I'm everywhere.
So I had asked this question on social media. I did a poll and I asked, do you put designer shoes in the same category as sneakers?
Yes.
So you say yes. So whenever you go get Gucci sneakers, Louis Vuitton sneakers,
it's all the same.
So it's all the same.
In my opinion, it's just different levels. So, if you want to, if you're looking at the houses, what I call them, like Gucci, Louis, the oldest houses in fashion or whatever you want to call it, they got their prestige. So it's still a sneaker. They just using the better leathers, the better materials, all this. So. And some people will be like, it ain't no better. I think it's better. I have both. I got Louis and Gucci's that I done had 15 years that look brand new like I just bought them. I got 15-year-old Nikes and Adidas, and I'm not knocking none of them either. Right. That they fell apart. Air pockets don't hold up. Your icy bottom that you love gonna be yellow.
Right.
Let's look at the yin and the yang. Gucci might charge you $1,000 for a shoe, but it's the good leather, everything stitched, the sole, nothing gonna come apart, everything stay the same, and you gonna get your money back. And the reason I say that is because, and I'm probably jumping true question.
Nah, go ahead.
The reason I say that, bro, is because the value of Gucci and all that is gonna always be there because Gucci never remakes a shoe. Mm. So you value a Jordan 1 bread in 7-10 years, it's coming back.
Right.
If I get a Gucci right now in this season, 2022 fall season, it ain't never coming back. So if you see me wearing that shoe, it's like, dang, he got that shoe. You can't wait 5 years or 10 years. Gucci never making it again. That's it. If you missed it, you missed it. And my shoe is gonna hold its value. There's still a Gucci or a Louis or a Prada, whatever you into.
Right.
And it's gonna hold up because ain't no air pockets. It ain't none of this technology. It ain't no boost. It ain't. Right. I'm not knocking none of that, but in the long haul, all that stuff deteriorate. The stuff Gucci use and the midsole and all that. Just speaking from my experience,
right?
It's like I just took it out the box. I lace up and they 15 years old, and it's like I'm not leaving the house worrying about is my soul gonna fall off.
So yeah, like you said, you kind of ran into the other question. When it comes to designer shoes, do you feel you pay more for the better quality of the name? But you answered it's straight quality. There is a difference in quality.
I pay more for the quality, and I pay more walking out the store knowing once this season up, can't nobody get these again, including myself.
Right.
And that's kind of what now people be like, well, on the resale, Jordan 1 off-white going for $2,000. What Gucci going for that? No Gucci. But that's the hype with Virgil, and that's the hype with Nike paying athletes to wear them and PJ Tucker wearing them on the court. That's that hype that Nike builds, and they should build it. But is the shoe made better than a Gucci? That's tough. It's a yin and yang to that. So that's up to you to answer. But for me being biased, my Gucci's been held up longer.
What do you have a favorite brand when it comes to designer sneakers? Gucci. So Gucci is.
Oh, that's me all day. When your brand is a happy feeling, when people be like, how you feel today? And they like, I'm Gucci. Like, I ain't never heard nobody be like, I'm MJ. I'm Puma. Like, when people wake up and be like, man, I'm feeling Gucci today. I'm feeling Louis today. I'm Louis dripping. Like, I don't know, bro. I always, wanted Gucci when I couldn't afford it. Right. And I was like, one day I'm going to have that. And now I got an abundance of it. It's like I collect it, I trade it, I sell it, I do Gucci and all that stuff just like I do my Nikes and my, So I'm flipping everything. But yeah, if I had to pick a house, I'm going with Gucci.
With So Supreme is like, they don't do shoes, right? It's just clothes, if I'm not mistaken, little trinkets and stuff like that.
Well, they do collabs. I mean, I got Supreme Air Force Ones. I got the Supreme Air Max. I mean, they do little collabs in there, but
would you consider Supreme high end?
In that world, yes, because it's so many levels to fashion. Yeah, I mean, some people Supreme is their Gucci. In my world, it don't even come close. But you know, some skateboarders,
like Nike and Jordan and stuff. Yeah. So it's like that mid range of.
I mean, the new hype beasts or whatever you want to call them, Supreme is their Gucci and their Louis. Like they not even going in Saks Fifth to even look at that. They going to Supreme to get the box logo and all that. I was brought up in a different era, so I like Supreme. I got the box logo, but I'm not dying to have it.
Right.
Like I don't see the hype in it like they do. I'm not knocking it, but I'm not spending $1,000 on the box logo. I'm gonna go spend that $1,000 with Gucci and get me a belt and some stuff. You know, I'm just on some other stuff. So I think Supreme in their own right is on the same platform as a Prada or whatever. It just depends on who looking at it. I mean, Off-White on that platform.
I'm about to say, would you Off-White and Supreme? Which one would you put higher or equal to you? Because Off-White is its own,
Man, that's tough. I'm gonna say Off-White. I got more Off-White than
higher as far as for you than.
I mean, Supreme got everything, bro. You can get Supreme toilet paper. I mean, Supreme got skateboard.
But does that help it or hurt it though? Because they made a brick. I remember Supreme made a brick, and people bought the brick. They had Supreme Band-Aids. Like it's trinket stuff that you can collect. But is it functional stuff? And is that helping it by like, dang, Supreme makes everything? Is it hurting? Like, man, they just doing whatever. You know
I think it helped it because in that lane, they've been going that hard.
Right.
Now, if Prada or Gucci or somebody jump out making trinkets and all this here, it's gonna hurt them. But Supreme came out jumping on everybody back saying, let me put my stamp on everything. Right. So Supreme one of the few things that could do everything and it kind of don't hurt them. If everybody else stretched themselves that thin, I think it'll water their brand down. But Supreme, they running with it, bro. Like I can't knock them. They got everything. They doing everything. So I think that's one of the few that get by with that.
Do you have a favorite Yeezy? With him being the hottest, he's made so many shoes. Like if you had that one favorite shoe that you felt like Kanye, you know what I'm saying?
Favorite Yeezy.
Because I know he's done collabs as well. Before he kind of did his own thing, he
had the Louis V collab.
Louis V. Did he do a Reebok or something? He had a shoe with Reebok, I want to say, with the bear for graduation.
Thank you, right. That's tough, man, because I like Yeezy, man. Shout out Yeezy. That's one of my favorite artists, I love everything about Yeezy. Favorite Yeezy. I ain't gonna prolong the show. Let me think.
Well, I tell you what.
I'm gonna go with the I like the green 350 glows because I got them.
Yeah, those are nice.
Them sick.
Even though he gives me slack all the time about glow in the dark.
I do. I give him a lot of slack. I definitely like the 350 glows. Man, I like the Zen Gray. The ones. I think they was the Zen Gray.
Right.
So I had them back in the day.
Yes, I remember you had them.
I'm gonna say them two, bro, because I had them. I'm not speaking on the Red Octobers and all that, even though they,
I thought you were gonna say the Jaspers, but
I like the Jaspers too. I mean, I had them.
Right.
The Jaspers.
That was the first time I seen them was whenever you had them.
Yeah, I had the Jaspers. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna say the Zen Gray.
The Zen Gray.
Them was my all-time favorite with the patent leather strap, and they was just sick. And I wore them into the ground. But at the time, it wasn't the StockX, it wasn't the Gold, it wasn't none of that. So the resale, you'd be surprised when I was wearing them, they wasn't that high. I mean, you could get a little money for them, but it ain't like right now.
Right.
I know what I know now, and I'm pretty sure everybody feel that way. Man, you had thousands of dollars worth of sneakers. You cut grass. Like I'm balling in the Zen Grays, not knowing they worth what $3,000-$4,000 now.
So you just mentioned how you're a fan of Yeezy with everything. How much of that? Because a lot of people feel when it comes to Yeezy, he gets a pass, as in his shoes don't look that great, but because he's Kanye West, people like them. Does that play a part to you? Do you so even if it's subconsciously, do you feel like you like him so much as an artist that you blindly just like his shoes, or can you generally honestly say like, I really like the way those shoes look?
I'm gonna say I can differentiate. I like the way the shoes look.
Okay. Now
Kanye stamping them, that helps.
Right.
But I like the way the shoes look because I mean, shout out to 50. 50 dropped the GU. They was terrible. So my pops to this day still rock it, believe it or not. But if the shoe bad, the shoe bad. So and 50 at one time was like my all-time favorite artist. So yeah, you still gotta come out with a quality shoe. So I like what Yeezy doing, bro. Yeezy is pushing the envelope whether you love it or hate it.
Right.
He giving us silhouettes we ain't never saw before. And I mean he not crossing them over either. Even though it's Yeezy brand, he ain't putting like a dropout sneaker out or a late registration, whatever, that try to build up hype. He giving you the sneaker and it's like love it or hate it. He like earth tones, this what I'm into. Love it or hate that, this what it is. I'm not putting my music brand even in the mix with this. You either love it or so. I like what he doing. I like he pushing the envelope. A lot of stuff I don't like that he dropped, but it's a lot of stuff I do like. So yeah, I'm messing with Yeezy.
So when you say don't like when it comes to sneakers, is there a shoe or a sneaker or a brand that just you like? That just ain't it. Like it just, you see people with them, you get stuff like, come on, man, you got those. Like, is there a brand or a shoe? For me, I mean, I'm starting to come around a little bit, but I have a friend that loves New Balances, and I was like, New Balances? Come on, man.
I like New Balance.
So you like New Balance?
I like everything, man. I'm not biased. If it's nice and the colorway fit my lifestyle, I'm confident. Like I don't fall into the trend of a Grail or this and this. I don't fall into the hype beats net, so to speak. Right. It's like if I like it, I'm getting it. I mean, I'm getting it for different reasons. So if I get it, it might be for my beater sneaker. Yeah. For every day, it might be for the workout in the gym. So I'm not gonna post out on no brand because I mean each brand is hit or miss. So I got Pumas I like. I mean, I got Pumas did the Meek Mill collab. People don't even know about that. I got all of them. I love that. Right. Now, do I have any more Pumas? Not really, but the Meek Mill ones to me was fire. Right. It wasn't because of him. I just like the gold, the silver. I love all that. I mean, Reebok. I got the I can't think his name right now. The Future collab. Oh yeah. And the Kendrick Lamar collab. So it's like, I mean, maybe I'm caught up on collabs. Maybe people see this and be like, but you naming everything as a collab. But I mean, they always put a little spice to something that I wouldn't even look at and be like, that is fire. Better material, better suede. So any brand at any minute could drop a banger. That's all I'm saying. But collabs then basically took over. I mean, I love all the collabs. I know some people be like, I'm tired of collabs. There's too much of that going on. I love all that. Bring it all on. Collab everything. I'm with all that because they gonna push the envelope. Right. Like I'm tired of getting a regular OG Jordan 1. I'm tired of getting the Jordan Grape 5. Like we done got that since we was kids, man. Like bring on the collabs. Let me see what else somebody else. If it wasn't no collabs, you would have never got Virgil. You wouldn't have never had a Yeezy. You wouldn't have never bring the collabs on. So I'm with all collabs. I'm with all the foolishness. Bring it.
Did you get the Cool Gray 11s?
Absolutely.
You just said you tired of getting them.
But I got to complete the trifecta. I even got the ones that self-lace, the Adapt. Shout out to all my people that's rocking them Adapts. I know the hype beats throwing us under the grave, talking about they tall and look like planks and man, I love that.
So you do have you do have those. I guess I think you're the only person I know that actually have a pair. Can you speak on those a little bit? Because the reason why I asked, because you just mentioned it in the very beginning. Technology is everything. So that shoe is very technological. The technology
is everything about it.
Is it heavy? Is it light? Do you feel they could have made it lighter? Is it, how long does the battery last? Like, how does that, your thoughts on that?
I mean, I got a lot of shoes in my rotation, so how long the battery lasts, I can't really answer that.
Have you charged them? How many times did you have them?
I just charged them twice.
Twice, okay.
So I check them like once every week, just to make sure they go in and out. They, I think they blink when they get low. I put them on charger, but I mean, my rotation's so big, I barely get to them, but I love the fact that they push the envelope on the silhouette everybody loved. Yeah. Could it have been better? Yes, indeed. Like, the colorway wasn't the greatest or none of that. Right. But it was the first colorway. Right. And I'm big on that, so I snatched it just because it's the first colorway. It's the first time they pushed the envelope. Right. They definitely could have been better. I mean, they are a little heavy. I don't you're not playing basketball.
You're not.
I don't recommend that for nothing. I mean, but that's the same way with a Gucci. You're not gonna get a Gucci basketball sneaker and go on the court.
So
so I'm glad they're pushing the envelope with certain stuff. You're not gonna do it. Like it ain't happening.
So. But that's all. I was curious about how heavy the weight and stuff was.
They heavier than the normal one, and they are lit. The midsole is a little thicker because I guess they got the batteries and whatever wind up the shoe in the midsole. But overall, they did a great job. I love them. I mean, could it be better? Maybe so. But I'm loving the technology and how they trying to move the Jordan 11 forward because lately they've been headshotting at 11. Like there's been a lot of terrible releases to me from the 11. So that's just me. Like that was one of my favorite silhouettes, and they basically put that in the grave and pulled dirt on that for a long time. So I'm glad they coming back with the cool gray and hopefully somebody collab the 11 eventually and make us make the buzz jump.
Nice for Virgil to get his hands on
something exactly. So
yeah, that would have been definitely dope. Is there any collabs or anything that you're looking forward to that you want to see in the sneaker game as far as any shoe releases or somebody that you would love to see drop a shoe or come back with a shoe or something like that? I know Jay-Z had a shoe a while ago. I know he didn't.
Yeah, and he continue. He like the president of Puma now, ain't he?
I want to say I think so. Yeah, he's doing a lot. Jay's doing a lot.
So, I mean, if Jay drop a shoe and it's fire, I mean, yeah, Jay. I mean, it's a lot of artists, a lot of up and coming people. I mean, I wish they would give collabs to regular people, man. Like, give True a collab. Give me a collab. There's a lot of sneakerheads that have been in the game a long time, and you don't have to have a big name to have a good idea. Like, I wish Nike would sometimes just be like, let's hear the voice of the people who really been buying the shoes and doing this, who really doing the sneaker stuff like you doing, and like, True, send me a sketch of the 11s. What you got? And you never know, bro. Like, let regular people have a shot at this stuff. That's how I feel about it. So it ain't gotta be a Jay-Z or a big name. Like it could be somebody living in my neighborhood if the sketch good enough and they bring it to life and it works. Now you didn't put this man in position to do great things. Like it's a lot of sneakerheads that dream to make a sneaker one day.
Right.
They don't. I feel like Nike, Reebok, all these big people looking at all these celebrities. They ought to just look at the people right in their backyard who really love the shoe.
Thank you. Hope you listening.
That's my thoughts on that.
So another thing, I guess I wanted to ask you when it comes down to a lot of sneakers, and with collabs with certain artists, what is it about the artist that you feel that sells the shoe? I say that because Beyonce has a collection, and her collection doesn't do nearly the numbers that Kanye's do. And then a lot of people always say, what is it about Travis Scott that made Travis Scott so hot and his shoes sell? So what do you feel is it when it comes down to these collaborations or these artists that's working that might make a Beyonce not sell or not have a high resale value, but Kanye West sell out and have a high resale value, Travis Scott sell out and have a high resale value? I know Cardi B just did a collab with Reebok, and I know that didn't bang out. I'm sure the resale for those won't be like, but she's a hot artist. People love her music. You know what I'm saying? So what do you feel like plays into?
I think what plays into it is we all watching, bro. Everybody watching. Like your life, people post on social media 24/7. So, I mean, I love Beyonce, but have you ever seen Beyonce wearing a pair of OG ones? Have you ever seen Beyonce step out of the car with a pair of 5s on?
Right.
So, when you dip into the sneaker world, it's kind of like, is you just using your name to sell a shoe? Because it's like, we didn't even know you was into sneakers. It's kind of one of them things. Right. So, I mean, Yeezy used to jump out with OG breads and stuff on before he even thought about making a sneaker. So you knew he was a true sneaker enthusiast.
Right.
So when he made the transition, you followed it more because you like, that dude really like me. He likes sneakers.
Right.
So I'm not knocking Beyonce. She might have all the sneakers in the world at the house, but I'm just basing it on the pictures I see and
base it off of
her team and what they put out there for you to see as her image. I never see them like rocking sneakers and stuff like that. Cardi B either. So you wonder why they resell low. That's why. Now they can make a fire product just like we can.
Right.
But that's kind of my thing on that. But I mean, I like Beyonce shit. I got a couple of Ivy Park sneakers. I love them. I like the colorways. I like everything about them. But the resale is never gonna be high because I think she just, to a real sneaker enthusiast, they don't look at her as a sneakerhead.
Right. Ooh, that's. I never thought of that, but like you said, the respect of the game.
Right.
Like, real recognize real. They see whenever it's like just a collab for money, or if it's I really live this life. I'm really into it.
But it worked for a reseller, so I got a shout out. I got a lot of Ivan Parks in the corner waiting on that stock to go up for whatever reason.
Of course, y'all know I collect. I've been collecting the Ultra Boost, so yeah.
Why they for the low? Y'all go get them Ivan Parks. Go ahead and stock up, cause one day,
Your thoughts on I guess it's all part of the game, but do you feel that people take advantage of opportunities when people pass away to resell stuff? With you being a reseller and stuff like that? Because Virgil shot up after he passed away. A lot of his shoes shot up. Kobe Bryant.
That's tough. I don't think people take advantage of it, but I mean, if you're a reseller, you're in it for the money.
Right.
Let's just say what it is. You're in it for the money, so if the value go up, you're gonna go with where the market take it. I mean, it's the stock market, so. Right. When they got a war in the Gulf and all go up or down, I mean, what's the difference in the stock market and the sneaker? It's like, but people take it too personal when it's tennis shoes and be like, man, they price gouged because such and such died or it was a tragedy. But it's like, it's the sneaker game. If you look at it as the stock market, it goes up and down. It has peaks. The real world determines the prices.
Right.
So you're not trying to make money off of Kobe back or off of Virgil, whatever. But if your sneaker was worth 1,000 and you wake up tomorrow and it's worth 1,700, you gonna take 1,000? I'll wait. Like nobody's gonna do that. If somebody offering you 17, you're gonna take the 17. Like you're not making the money on his back. It's just that's the peak at the moment. Now it's coming back down, but you ride the wave. It's the stock market. So you gotta play. You gotta get in there and do it how you do it. Now, some people be like, man, I'm going to hold it because I feel bad. And that's your preference.
Right.
But you can't knock the other man that's like, I got to feed my daughter.
Right.
To me, it's just a tennis shoe. If somebody want to give me 1,000 for these Kobe's after he passed and I knew I was selling them for 400 and I could get another 5, I'm getting off them. So that's a touchy subject, bro. Right. I mean, I don't know. It kind of come down to you. It kind of come down to you as a person.
Right.
But I don't see a right or wrong in it. Like if somebody be like, yeah, I made the extra on it, you can't say he a bad person. I mean, look at it like a stock trend, bro. Like I said.
Yeah, you navigated it real well. At the end of the day, people buying make the prices. At the end of the day, if
people make the prices.
Are willing to pay for it, then that's what the price is going to be, and that's just what it is.
That's just what it is. Exactly.
So. Before I get you out of here, man, I want to dive into something a little different. So obviously we have these big brands, you got your designer, Gucci, Louis, stuff like that. Then you got Nike, Reebok, Puma, right. And they have a lot of other people that are kind of integrating the lane of having their own sneaker, like Saya Collective. I know you've heard of him.
Fire.
So you did, what's your thoughts on the market of people like him doing? Because there's a few that I wish I would have wrote them down. But people like him that create his own shoe, he creates his own silhouette.
Right.
And do you feel like that's feasible, plausible? Is there a chance that he can get up there with Nike and Reebok? Do you feel like when you do it that way, it's always a cap? You know what I'm saying? Do you own any sneakers that are not from the big brands?
I'm trying to think. I might have sold them, but I had the Triple B's. I had the
the Big Baller brand, right?
Big Baller brand. Shout out! I had them at one time. I think I still got them.
Right.
I don't know at the moment, but I bought them. Yeah, I got a couple pair. So I don't know, man. When it comes to that, is it a I guess a top two.
Right, like do you look at that and do you kind of integrate it into, okay, you're competing, you're in I look at your shoes the same as Nike and Reebok, or do you kind of like, I still look at them as a little different because, you're small, you're doing your own thing.
If you fire,
so
you fire.
Mix them in.
I like I say, I like everything, man. Right. So I salute the entrepreneurs that's trying to get in the sneaker game, but it's hard to break in it.
Extremely hard.
It's super hard. So
much you got to factor in the quality of the shoe,
everything, man. The height,
right.
It's just take a lot of money, and most people starting out ain't got the money to persuade the audience.
Right.
You could come out with something fire, but then Nike or these big brands put out something at the same time as you and get all the hype behind theirs, and you die. So it's just tough, bro. But I like all brands. Is it a cap to it? I don't think so. It's like any other market, bro. When you get into this, you got to fight your way and claw your way to the top and get respected. And get to become one of the big brands. what, 15 years ago, it wasn't no Under Armour. Now Under Armour one of the biggest brands on the planet.
Yeah.
So it can happen. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I mean, yeah, I remember looking at them for the first time and it's like, we must protect this house. What is that? And now I wear more Under Armour when I work out and stuff than Nike. So it can happen now. They probably had $1 million investors behind them, but you could eventually have the same thing.
Right.
I mean, just chase your dream at the end of the day. Don't worry about the cap. Don't worry about the, what ifs, what ain'ts. I mean, people who really out there hustling, you can't worry about all that. You got to just keep pushing hard and make a breakthrough eventually. Or if you don't break through, the next guy behind you might leap in front of you and break through.
Right.
So,
that's dope. That's what's up.
That's kind of how you got to, that's my take on that.
Man, well look, I definitely appreciate you. It's been an hour well spent. I know you got things you got to do, but give the people all your social media, everything that you're doing, any way they can get in contact with you. If they want to, get their collection that they're trying to sell, anything that you want them to know, you know what I'm saying? If they're trying to sell a house or something, whatever you do, just let the people know.
Man, look, you can follow me on Lost in Purgatory on Instagram. That's kind of my main way to contact me. I got a workout page that has nothing to do with this, but Soon Physique, you can follow me on that.
Yeah.
As far as my eBay go, I don't really give out my eBay because it's like when you go on eBay, I'm a power seller, so whatever listed is listed. If I get it out, then people get to contact me, man, when you gonna get this, when you gonna get that.
Yeah.
So I've learned the hard way on that.
Right.
So I'm on eBay, bro. You probably done bought a shoe from me and didn't know it, but I got a lot of stuff going on eBay. If it's something you're looking for in particular, like I say, Lost in Purgatory, Instagram, you can hit me up, and if I can put my hands on it, I definitely get it to you. Everything I touch authentic, man, I take the sneaker stuff serious, Gucci, anything you want, if I can get it, I'll get it to you. And we'll go from there, man. As far as my music go, I've been doing music for 15 years. You can follow me on Hourglass Forever without the H, O-U-R Glass Forever, GMG. Check out some of my music. You want to do a collab, whatever, hit me up. I got a lot going on, man. Just hit me up, man. We in the streets. We outside.
That's what's up, man. Greatly appreciate you. Of course, I have all that listed as you've been watching. It's been scrolling across the screen, but that's it, man. That's all I got for you, man. The closet is back. MKTP, we making it happen. The sneaker game, as you know, VR. Don't sleep on us, man. Do not sleep on us.
We in these streets.
That's all I got for you, man. It's your boy True.
JG, we out.
Peace.